Good morning, humans. Or should I say, almost rich humans? Because today's video has the power to change your entire financial future if you actually listen instead of scrolling through your phone like a hungry pigeon looking for leftover chips. I'm going to tell you the one tiny, stupid, innocent thing you do every morning that is secretly keeping you broke, stressed, unfocused, and stuck at the exact same level year after year. And trust me, I've studied humans long enough, from dumpsters, from rooftops, from bushes outside your houses, to know your patterns better than you know yourselves. So sit down, breathe, and take a sip of whatever caffeine addiction you're consuming today, because Uncle Raccoon is about to expose your entire morning life. Let me start by asking you a question. What's the first thing you do when you crack open those sleepy little human eyes every morning? Do you stretch? Do you meditate? Do you drink water? Do you tell yourself, yes, today I build my empire? No, 98% of you reach for that shiny rectangular trap you call a phone. Before your brain even knows where it is, your thumb is already scrolling like it has a life of its own. You scroll through chaos, drama, notifications, news, memes, strangers dancing, someone posting their expensive breakfast, someone showing their perfect body, someone selling a crypto coin that will absolutely destroy your bank account, someone being fake happy, someone being fake sad, and within 10 minutes, boom, your brain is fried before breakfast. And you sit there wondering, Raccoon, why am I broke? My dear human, you're broke because your morning is chaos. Your brain wakes up, and instead of giving it silence, clarity, or direction, you feed it stress, comparison, jealousy, distraction, and dopamine overload. Rich people don't do this. And I'm not talking about fake gurus online pretending to be rich. I mean genuinely successful humans, the ones who actually built something. They do not start their day by injecting chaos directly into their brain. They treat their morning like a weapon, a tool, a sacred doorway into the day. But you treat your morning like it's a junk drawer in the kitchen. Messy, random, full of useless stuff, and it ends up ruining the whole day. Let me explain why this tiny morning mistake destroys your wealth even though it feels harmless. Imagine your brain waking up like a little factory. It's fresh, calm, empty, like a clean white sheet of paper. If you start your morning by checking social media, messages, notifications, or news, you dump 100 random pieces of information onto that clean sheet within seconds. Your brain goes into panic mode. Every message says, urgent. Every notification says, pay attention. Every post says, you're behind. And suddenly, your brain switches into what psychologists call reaction mode. This is dangerous because when your brain is reacting, it cannot create, cannot plan, cannot strategize, cannot focus. Rich people create. Broke people react. You spend the whole day reacting to whatever the world throws at you instead of deciding what you want to throw at the world. Now let me teach you some raccoon-certified neuroscience. When you wake up, your brain has naturally low dopamine. This is good. Low dopamine in the morning means your brain is ready to focus, process, and think clearly. But the moment you grab your phone and expose yourself to notifications, entertainment, bright colors, fast content, loud sounds, and emotional posts, you spike your dopamine instantly. And when your day starts with a dopamine explosion, your brain becomes addicted to quick dopamine for the rest of the day. That means instead of wanting to work, study, learn, build, think, plan, create, or solve problems, your brain keeps craving more quick dopamine. That's why after scrolling for 15 minutes, you suddenly can't concentrate on anything. That's why working feels boring. That's why thinking feels exhausting. That's why you procrastinate. Your brain has been hijacked. It goes from let's build a better life to let's watch raccoon memes for 45 minutes. And you might laugh, but you know it's true. Let me make this even more painful for your ego. Your brain goes through its highest level of clarity, focus, and creativity in the first 1 to 2 hours after waking up. This is the golden zone. This is the empire building zone. This is when rich people plan businesses, create ideas, solve problems, write goals, close deals, design strategies, and get their biggest tasks done. Meanwhile, you use this golden zone for scrolling. You waste the most powerful hours of your mind on the dumbest content on the internet. And then you wonder why entire decades pass and nothing changes. Let me give you real examples of what morning phone addiction destroys. It destroys your self-worth because the first thing you see in the morning is someone richer, hotter, or more successful. It destroys your confidence because you start your day comparing your life to someone else's highlight reel. It destroys your productivity because your brain becomes overstimulated and exhausted before you even start working. It destroys your creativity because your mind becomes filled with noise instead of ideas. It destroys your discipline because dopamine addiction ruins your ability to focus on long-term goals. It destroys your mental health because news, drama, and negativity poison your morning peace. And worst of all, it destroys your financial future because all wealth is built from long-term consistency, focus, and intentional action. And your morning routine decides whether you have those things or not. Now let's expose something even more dangerous than your phone, your thoughts. Overthinking in the morning is the silent killer of your dreams. Some of you wake up and before brushing your teeth, your brain opens a full psychological documentary titled, Why You Suck. You think, I'm not good enough. I'm behind everyone. I'll never be successful. People are doing better. I don't know where to start. I'm failing. This is mental poverty. Overthinking is the first tax the world charges on the poor. It kills your energy before the day starts. It kills your self-belief before you take action. It kills your focus before you use it. Thinking is good. Strategic thinking is powerful. But overthinking is financial suicide. Overthinking is you arguing with your imagination and losing. So what do rich-minded humans do instead? They protect their mornings like a treasure. They start their day in silence, not because they're peaceful monks, but because silence gives their brain strength. They avoid the world's noise until they have set their direction. They don't check messages. They check their goals. They don't look at what other people are doing. They look at what they need to do. They don't let the world tell them how to feel. They choose the emotion they want to start with. They begin their day with clarity, intention, and creation. They get one important task done before the world wakes up. When you complete one valuable task early in the morning, your entire day becomes easier. Your mind feels powerful, your stress reduces, your confidence grows, you start thinking like a creator instead of a consumer. Now let's build your new morning as your raccoon life coach. Here's your simple, powerful, millionaire-level morning routine that even a trash bin philosopher like me uses. For the first 30 minutes of your day, do not touch your phone, not even to check something quickly. That check something is the devil in disguise. When you avoid your phone for 30 minutes, your brain stabilizes, your thoughts become clear, and your mental energy recharges. Drink water, not drama. Hydrate your brain so it actually functions like a brain and not a microwave oven. Write your top 3 goals for the day. This programs your brain to focus on creation instead of distraction. Do one value-creating task, something that moves your life forward even if it's small. Move your body a little because motion activates motivation. When your body moves, your mind wakes up. And yes, even I jog sometimes, mostly when someone throws leftover food out the window and I need to get there before the pigeons do. Now, here's the truth most humans don't want to hear. Getting rich has very little to do with money. It has everything to do with attention. Your attention is your real currency. You lose attention, you lose money. You control attention, you create money. Every rich person on the planet has mastered attention, what to focus on, when to focus, how long to focus, and how to protect that focus from distractions. Your morning decides who controls your attention for the rest of the day, you or the world. If you grab your phone first thing in the morning, the world owns your attention. If you avoid your phone, you own your attention. And the person who controls their attention controls their life. Let's go even deeper. You think you're failing because of lack of money. No, you're failing because of lack of attention. Money follows focus, opportunities follow focus, skills grow with focus, creativity grows with focus. Wealth is built with long-term focused action, not scattered attention. And your morning sets the tone for everything. Your morning is your operating system. If your operating system is glitchy, emotional, chaotic, distracted, stimulated, confused, overwhelmed, or reactive, your entire life becomes a buggy software that keeps crashing. But if your morning is calm, intentional, disciplined, and clear, your life becomes smooth, productive, and aligned. Let me make it simple. You cannot become rich with a poor morning. You cannot build an empire with a distracted mind. You cannot win the day if you lose the first 10 minutes. So if you want to get rich, healthy, focused, disciplined, confident, and successful, stop doing the dumbest thing humans ever invented, checking your phone immediately after waking up. Put it down. Breathe. Sit with yourself. Own your mind before the world tries to steal it. Your success doesn't start with money. It starts with mornings. And this entire time, the biggest enemy of your wealth wasn't your job, your family, the economy, or luck. It was your morning routine. And today, you fix it. And that's it. Class dismissed. Your favorite raccoon will see you in the next episode. Same raccoon, even better wisdom.